Peace, y'all. This is Professor Sanchez, Temple of Hip Hop NYC, cultural specialist, chilling in New York City. And I wanna create this quick video. I usually don't have time for these videos, but I thought Murs brought up a good topic, which is real hip hop versus fake hip hop. He made a couple of good points. There's other points that I don't agree with, and I want to share our intake on these points. So before I get into a debate about real hip-hop and fake hip-hop, I want to make sure that we clarify that hip-hop has three natures. There's three forms of hip-hop. There's hip-hop, the spirit, hip-hop, the culture, and hip-hop, the product. Hip-hop, the spirit is spelled capital H, capital I, capital P, capital H, capital O, capital P. All one word. Hip-hop, the spirit. That's the creativity. That's the inspiration. That's the motivation. That's the articulation. That's the facilitation when I'm inspired to do something hip-hop. That's my spirit. That's right before I create a lesson plan, or right before I create a proposal to do hip-hop programming. I think about it and I get into my hip-hop spirit that helps me connect to the purpose and to the mission of what we're trying to do with hip-hop. So that's the hip-hop spirit. Hip-hop culture is capital H, lowercase I, lowercase p, space, capital H, lowercase o, and lowercase p. That's hip-hop culture. That's the group identity. That's the group expression. Those are the 9 elements. Though that's the manifestation of the creativity. So that's hip-hop culture. Hip space hop. The third nature of hip-hop is hip-hop, lowercase h, lowercase I, lowercase p, dash to connect the two words, lowercase h, lowercase o, lowercase p. That's hip-hop, the product. That's, for example, a hip-hop record or a hip-hop CD, or I'm just creating hip-hop t-shirts, or I'm organizing a hip-hop jam, or I'm creating a hip-hop curriculum, or I'm creating I'm booking hip-hop sessions in the studio. That's hip-hop, the product. Hip-hop, the spirit, is non-material. Hip-hop, the culture, again, is non-material. Hip-hop, the product, is material. None are better than the other. They all depend on each other. They all coexist with each other. So one does not live without the other. You need all three elements, or should I say all three natures, or all three forms, all three manifestations to have hip-hop. Just to make sure that we're clear with what we're talking about, because this conversation or this debate could get very hairy or very scruffy and confusing and complicated. So I want to make sure that we're on the same page when we're talking about fake hip-hop and real hip-hop. Now, Murs didn't think that there was such thing as fake hip-hop or real hip-hop, but there are differences that need to be made. Another piece I want to share with you guys is the birth of commercial rap. Everybody knows the history. Well, maybe not everybody, but most of us scholars know the history, or we're studying the history. We're trying to develop the history. We're trying to learn and put this whole thing together. But everybody knows 1973, August 11, Kool Herc throws a party for his sister, Cindy Campbell. Birthday party ends up being the first documented hip-hop jam. Is that the beginning of hip-hop? That's debatable. Again, you got to define what hip-hop is at this point. That's 1973. 1977 or 1974, what happens? 1977, what happens? I'm not going to let you know. You guys look it up, or, we'll continue that at another debate. But 1979, what happens? 1979, Rapper's Delight drops, right? The first hip-hop product that blows up worldwide. Everybody gets introduced to rap and hip-hop culture. People learn what hip-hop culture is through rap music. The language, the fashion, the knowledge, the elements. All these elements is hip-hop culture, but people saw it through rap, the art form, one of the art forms of hip-hop, one of the products of the culture of hip-hop, rap music, the artistic expression, spoken word. Anyway, that's the beginning of commercial rap. Separated rap form, rap expression, rap, the element, MCing, the element of MCing from the culture of hip-hop. Hip-hop culture was at a crossroad. Do we go commercial or do we stay cultural? That's not a decision. That wasn't a realistic decision. That's not something that anybody decided. It just happened like that, organically. Functional theory for my sociology students. This happened. But what happened, what the reality was that Big Bang Hank's rhyme on Rapper's Delight was fake. Or should I say was bitten. Or for those that don't speak Ebonics, it was stolen. He used somebody else's rhyme, which makes him a fake MC, or fake hip-hop, or fake rap music, or whatever you want to call it, commercial rap. Why is it commercial rap? How do we define commercial rap? Why is it fake rap? Why is it fake hip-hop at that point? Because Big Bang Hank wasn't expressing himself from his own spirit, from his own heart. It wasn't original. It wasn't authentic. It was somebody else's form of expression, and he sold it. He shared it, and he took ownership of it. And that goes against the hip-hop spirit. That goes against the purpose of the creativity of hip-hop. And people ate it up. And Big Bang Hank lived off his success. By the way, rest in peace, Big Bang Hank. This is in no way trying to discredit you, but this is just the reality. Big Bang Hank and the Sugar Hill Gang lived off that record, still live off that record. That's a huge record, top 10 hip-hop record. It's dope as hell. But the rhymes that Big Bang Hank spit were Grandmaster Caz's from the Cold Crush Brothers rhyme. All right, that's another story. The history is out there. Look it up, and do the math for yourself. But that verse is not his verse, making it fake rap, fake hip hop, commercial hip hop. So people will do anything. Well, not anything, but people have figured out a method to create popular hip hop without without the ethics of keeping the art form original or serving the purpose of the art form or the culture. So 1979, Rapper's Delight blows up. The first commercial rap song, puts everybody on the map, empowers the culture in its own way to continue and develop a market for these products. But there was, at that point, there was a crossroad where there was a line that divided commercial rap, which was rap music that had an intention and a purpose to serve one thing, to make money or just to become popular, or the culture sustaining itself and trying to live off itself. So that's the beginning of the fake rap and the real rap conversation, debate. It's real. It could be mythological, but it's reality. It's part of It's part of hip hop myth. Some people say that hip hop commercial rap was cursed from the beginning because of this. That's a myth. You know, who's to say rap music is cursed? But anyway, this is the beginning of that debate. So when we're talking about real hip hop and fake hip hop, it's a real debate. It's not somebody's opinion, and it's not something that any of us could decide if it's real or not. There's hip hop music that's real, that people are sharing from a spirit, and there's hip hop music that's fake, that's a product that's put together for one intention, to make money or to sell. That's pretty much the difference between real hip hop and fake hip hop. The points that Murs made also, a couple of bad points, referencing KRS and using it to contradict the culture, or even to use Q-Tip and MC Search defending the principles and the culture against MC Hammer. That, like, I don't agree with that. The Das EFX comparison with Mingos, the songs, I think it's a good comparison as far as groups go, but I don't know if you could compare the real hip hop and the Versace. I mean, hip hop has always been materialistic. You're right about that. But what is materialistic? Am I promoting somebody else's product, or am I promoting the culture? You know, even Run DMC with my Adidas, they transformed that sneaker. They wore it without laces. We were already wearing them with fat laces. We changed that whole style up. So my Adidas saw the value of that, and they invested in the culture, and they pretty much gave it to Run DMC. The culture enhanced from that. Versace. I'm not sure who's capitalizing off that or who's benefiting from that. I know the culture's not. I personally think it's fake, because how many diners do you walk in that people are popping gold bottles in a diner, eating chicken wings with fly girls and fancy clothes at a diner? To me, just the scene of that is fake. Das EFX with motorcycles and three-wheelers doing wheelies in Brooklyn or wherever they were, somewhere in the inner city of New York, that shit ain't fake. That shit is real. You still see that shit. So there's a difference between setting it up to be successful and being original and being successful. And I think that's where the conversation has to start. To use reference points from the gospel of hip hop, to use KRS lyrics. I mean, KRS is a legend. To even put KRS in that conversation, you gotta know what you're talking about. And I'm not saying that Murs doesn't know what he's talking about, but you gotta study. If you're gonna share concepts, you gotta explain the concepts. You can't just use them for your benefit to make your point, and your point is not valid. So that's my 2 cents on fake hip hop and real hip hop. I could go a bunch deeper. I'd rather not. But as you can see, I'm driving, so this is not the best place to do this, or the best way to do this. I'll probably set it up in a way where it could be fresh. People can ask questions, and get my students involved, so they could. You know, I'm willing to see the other side of it. I believe that there's real hip hop and fake hip hop. Fake hip hop is manufactured and produced for a purpose. Real hip hop is authentic. It's not a specific beat. It's not a beat machine. It's not auto-tunes. It's not none of that. It's the purpose and the intention of your craft. If you bit somebody's rhyme, it's fake hip hop. If you're using auto-tunes to make a hit record, but then you can't perform it live because you can't perform with the auto-tunes on blast, shit is not what you're selling to people. So, you know, a drum machine is a drum machine. You could carry a drum machine, roll up with it, and play banging beats for me. So I don't understand that comparison either. But anyway, Professor Sanchez, Temple of Hip Hop NYC, cultural specialist. And let me know what you think. Peace.